I saw like 3 cups coming in, and they're like, shut it down. I mean, you can cry, but nothing's gonna change really. So you just gotta take it in, and the hardest thing to do is just let go. Yeah.
Do you think that could be a problem for you when you build your own business?
I feel like, there's this tension between everyone. It's not that friendly. I just feel like we have a little bit of a whole lot of mafias running in the same city. Yeah. It's everybody got a group, everybody got a, circle, and every circle is against every circle. So.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Unfiltered Culture. It's been a while. I know. So today we have another episode with someone you probably know. You might not know, but we're going to give him a chance to introduce himself, who he is, and we're going to go about our episode. So, welcome. How are you doing, man?
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. So, just a short introduction. I'm going to give you the chance to tell me who you are, or to tell us, them, and then we're going to continue with where you.
So, I go by Natawi. That's my stage name.
Okay.
People also call me the Big Stepper, And I'm currently working in the entertainment business.
Okay.
I'm a DJ, event organizer, promoter, and I also do a couple of work around production as well. I do a little bit of creative directing and directing. Okay. I'm just starting, new to the scene, but yeah, that's all of it in a bunch.
All right. So how are you feeling walking into this conversation? It's your first podcast?
Yeah, bro. I'm very excited because, it felt like I used to watch a couple of your shows before.
Okay.
But then when I saw AB come on, I was like, maybe, one day I could be there.
Sure.
And, just a simple text and now we're here. So it's very nice to be here. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So I'm going to keep it simple. So what's been in your mind lately?
So lately it's just we've been trying to find ways to keep doing our parties.
Okay.
Just trying to make sure they come back to life because it's been a while since we did a couple of parties before.
Mm-hmm.
So currently we're focused on that, trying to get everything sorted out so we can do a couple of projects before the year ends. So that's been on my mind lately.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So if someone met you today, they don't know who you are, how would you describe yourself?
I would say I'm a very easygoing guy who just likes to create and who just likes to be with people who create as well.
Okay.
So if that's in line, then, we could be friends right away. Yeah, that's it.
So you're kind of a people's person?
Yeah, because I believe in networking.
Okay.
I believe in having more people in your life. It's like an asset to you because you never know when you can use somebody's help.
For sure.
You never know how much you could help somebody as well. So, making new friends as much as possible, trying to network, that's me.
Yeah.
And since I've been to different campuses for university, so I've met a lot of people so far. After that, it's been easier to make friends and connect with people right away. So.
Okay, when you mentioned university, so let's go back.
Sure.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up here in Addis.
Okay.
Pretty much the same regular Addis childhood, nothing different. But after high school, and then I went to Makala first.
Okay.
I was there for about 2 years. And then I got transferred to Hawassa. And not exactly Hawassa, a few kilometers away from Hawassa. It's called Yirgalam. Mm-hmm. I was there for about 3 years. And I graduated around 2024. So it's been 2 years living straight in Addis after a very long time.
What did you graduate on?
I graduated in logistics and supply chain management. That was my major.
Okay, so you're not working on that field, obviously.
Not really. But it's applicable, I feel like it's something you could apply into everything you do. And it's been helping me, try to make the best out of what we do.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of the things I learned at school helped a lot. But I don't have a job. That's technically related to it. Yeah.
I mean, well, what was the values early on that shaped you to become who you are today?
I mean, I'd say it's the will to explore.
Yeah.
And the will to actually adapt to the situations you end up in, whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because until I finished high school, it was pretty much everything's just arranged for you to do. So just go to school and come back home. That was it. But right after high school, everything changed, and finding ways to adapt to all the situations. It's just, it shows you that, you know, it could be a bit tough, but you'll make it out. Yeah. So learning to explore and adapt are like the two things that kind of shaped how I changed throughout the years.
Okay.
And, you know, it's just being thankful for what you have at your hands whenever you're there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever, was there a moment where you felt lost?
Yeah, to be honest, during my years in college, it's pretty tough because I was at an environment where I never expected to be at.
Okay.
So that's when I first thought I was lost. And after that, after I graduated, and then I decided to like go full-time DJ and like not go and apply for jobs and get a regular job. It was very stressful. The first year especially, because it felt like you made a mistake, and that feeling kept coming me constantly. So it was an everyday question. So at some point you're like, where am I, or what am I doing? Is this really gonna work out or not? And your parents expect you to like take the other way. So that was very challenging. So I'd say that was the most I felt lost. But you know, sometimes things go your way, and then you'd be like, okay, maybe I'm on the right track. So
this is where you started looking at DJing. Oh, this might be something interesting for me.
So that kind of tracks back a while, because the first time I ever thought about it was when I was in high school. I saw this movie. Have you seen We Are Your Friends?
Yeah.
So I saw that. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And I was like, okay, maybe this is fun. And I remember at the time I didn't have a laptop or a computer at home. So every weekend I used to go to my dad's office. That's when I used to try out and see what the softwares are like. And I went to a very cool high school. So we used to have basketball games with music and everything. So there's usually a DJ in the batch. And turns out I was the one during my year there. So that's when I first, you know, thought of it. But then through time, it was like coming and going. It was a back and forth between thinking it's passion or is it something I want to do. But around 2022, and I went to this program, and then I saw how, you know, people were really into it and saw it more than a passion, as in maybe as a profession, as a career. That was the turning point. So that's when I really took it seriously. So I would say that's when I took it very much into consideration of it being something I want to do for the rest of my life.
Nice. Yeah. And how was the feedback when you started out?
I'm going to be honest with you. I have a very good supportive system. They used to come to every show. And, you know, at first I didn't even know if it was cool enough to ask the organizers for free tickets from my friends. So I used to make them pay. And everybody was there, you know. If I play early on, they'd be there. So it felt like I already had a fan base. So
that's good.
It felt like it was something that was meant for me. But it had a process where I actually had to go through it to actually realize that there's a good feedback that comes from people. It might take a while, but through time you get to see that what you're doing is maybe something you should actually be doing. So the feedback came in a bit late, to be honest, because it took time. I was feeling like I was maybe doing the wrong thing for a while, but then it starts to, you know, build up by its own. And then after that, it's just, sometimes I can't even process it, because some people will be like, yo, I know you, man. I saw you play this and here and there. And
it's nice.
They just be coming and telling you they like your music. And they'd be like, that's surprising, because I would never expect somebody to come up to me and talk to me that way. So it takes time, but then it comes to you. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, at the end of the day, when you start something and then you get some, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit of good feedback.
True, man.
It's always
could be this one person that could change your whole day.
Exactly.
You never know.
There's a saying, there's 99 no's, and if you get one yes, changes everything.
Yeah, changes everything.
So I mean, now when you look back, what version of yourself are you happy that doesn't exist?
I used to be a crybaby.
Really?
Yeah. I used to complain a lot. Because I told you, high school, elementary, it's pretty much the same. You know? Parents make sure they take care of you and everything's aligned. But after I went to college, that was a whole different story.
Really?
So I mean, you can cry, but nothing's gonna change really. So you just gotta take it in.
Obviously, yes. Yeah, I guess.
So through time, that changed because I used to complain about a lot of things, and everything had to be perfect some way. But now it's just, we're gonna work with what we have. Doesn't really matter. So I'm really glad that changed because I feel like even people around me now can say he can figure it out some way somehow. So we can just let him be as he wants to. And that really helped me go through a lot of things in life, whether it's work or family or friends or relationships, anything. Being a person who used to complain a lot and that being a past now helps a lot. So I'm glad that I'm not that person anymore.
So do you think that part of you made you who you are today because you were that person?
I think so. Because, I had to let it go. And the hardest thing to do is just to let go. Yeah. So if life and all the experiences like force you to do something and make you go out of your way, it definitely adds up to who you are after that. So I think changing from that, I'm hella thankful about it.
So when it comes to your parents, I mean, when you grow up, there was no music whatsoever, and it comes to like
tough,
so. Especially when you become DJ, it's not something. Some people have it in the family, and with you, it's just like, you know what? Life is changing. I'm gonna try out what might fit to me. So, how was that acceptance for your parents?
I mean, it was tough because the first time I ever tried to get into DJing, it was probably during COVID, like 2019 or something.
That was not a good time to start.
Yeah, definitely not the right time to start. Yeah, but my parents were like, okay, it's COVID and everybody's depressed, so maybe he just has catched up a hobby, so it'll go away when class starts or something. But then they saw I was kind of catching up on me. So my dad was like, you gotta cut this thing away. Yeah, it can't keep going on. You gotta go back to class, and things gotta get back to where they were. So I quit it around like 2020 or start of 2021. And for about a year and a half, it was like nothing.
Just straight to school.
Yeah, straight to school. Nothing. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I gotta get back, but I'm not gonna let them know now. This time, I'm not gonna let them know. Yeah. So I remember I did my first ever show without telling them anything. So I had a very strict curfew. So I had to make it back home early. So I just asked them, telling them I'm going somewhere special. And then I had like an hour or two plus I did to my curfew. And then I did the show, went back home, and then the next day I told him I'm back doing it again.
Oh my God. How was that?
And he was like, you know what, I can't make you stop again. You just do whatever you do, just take care of yourself. That was it. Yeah. So it wasn't easy at first, especially even after he said okay, with the curfew, with school and everything, it wasn't easy. But now I just feel like they also see it more than just DJing now. Maybe they think it's just something I genuinely love to do.
Okay, so there was a moment where you realized, okay, this is not going to be just a hobby.
Oh yeah, because especially when I was about to graduate, the last 2 years, my senior year especially, that's when a lot happened. While I was still in college. So I was like, okay, maybe this is more than just a passion. I can make a career out of it. And then I was like, okay, I'm taking this seriously. After that, it was just like something I literally saw as a career. So I think I worked more on making that a career than just going to school. Because I remember when my friends back at the dorm used to go to job fairs and everything, they had all these companies come to our campus and they would do an orientation. I never went to any of that. They were like, bro.
So you already know that
bro, you're going to miss this. And I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to get a job. So, I know what I'm doing. Y'all go and do whatever you want to do. And they never understood it, especially even my teachers. They never understood how I'm always interested about something that's not conventional to them.
So you're more creative.
Yeah. But at the same time, what confused them more was the fact that I took school seriously at the same time. Because, I had to make sure if I'm wasting all my time there, if I'm not home, I gotta, take this thing seriously. So it always felt like I was trying to hold the ends of both lines, But at the end, I just felt like it was okay to let that one go. Yeah.
So the parents anyway said, okay, you know what? Do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah.
Just take care of yourself. And what about the community? Like, especially when it comes to DJs in Addis or in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
How was that for you, stepping in?
That was tough because, your parents could be okay with it, but they can't be like comfortable enough to say it to the other people. And especially, I wasn't expected to be in this business.
Okay.
Because I was, more expected to become someone who has a corporate job and who just, goes into what's expected.
Okay.
So my parents, I don't think they're even still confident or feel safe enough to open up and tell the people that I have this kind of.
Why do you think is that?
It's because I think the stereotype the community has.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to become a DJ in any way. You could be anything. Yeah. I just feel like the things that DJing is attached to.
Okay.
It's already a stigma. It's already discriminated, so you can't comfortably say my kid's a DJ.
And do you think that's why a lot of creative struggles in Ethiopia?
True. So for start, I just think that people don't see it as a job.
Okay.
People don't see it as a livelihood, I think. So that's already a problem. And also, people think it's just associated with things that drain you and kill you and make you go into things you don't want to go into. So ideally, nobody wants to get into that. So
especially when it comes from parents' side.
Exactly. And with all the years of going to class and everything, I just think why would you even want to go through all of that just to be a DJ? They never see the goal.
Yeah, I mean, they have different. The timing is always different. When they used to grow up and then when they used to grow up, it's two different time zones. I would say. Yeah. So the scope of understanding might be a bit misplaced in a way that they don't get it.
Yeah.
So, but why do you think going into this career makes it different for your life?
Well, to be honest, I feel like it's even harder than just getting a normal job because the working hours are so different. It's so difficult. And to align back to having a normal life while you still do that, it's very challenging to keep the social thread the same way as it used to be with even your friends and everyone around. That by itself leaves you with a whole lot of problem to solve. And when you come back, it's an industry where there's very less paperwork and formalization than anything that you could do. And the industry by itself, I don't even know if we can, have it labeled as an industry because there's just so much things that lack currently. Yeah. So,
I mean, corporate.
Yeah. It's already built in. So you just go in and fit in. So maybe you even have to build it yourself sometimes.
Yes.
So it's very hard to think of it as a career and just, try to work on it when you don't even see where you're going to get hired. Because it's not like you would say, oh, I want to work there or I want to get hired there.
Okay.
It's not even easy to go into that business like that.
Obviously.
Yeah. So I think that's why.
You haven't worked 9 to 5, right? You haven't tried it at all?
Not yet.
So do you think that could be a problem for you when you build your own business? Because you don't know how used to people do business?
Yeah. I think it has its own impact on you. But at the same time, I feel like it's your will that makes things easier for you. They say when there's a will, there's a way. So if you really want to start your own thing and make it something that's legit or has its own orthodox way of working out, then you need that drive to make you want to understand how those things work in the first place. So, you have to know what departmentalization is, what organization is, or staffing is,
It's going to be a long list if you get
Exactly. So remember when I said logistics somehow helps me do what I do better? It's because I think I gave attention to what I learned in class. It's not new to me when corporate people try to explain to me how their office works. So I think if you have the drive, it's easier to adapt and learn at the same time you do it. But you can't just want to create something that's well organized and at the same time don't want to know what a payroll is,
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So if you want it, you gotta put in the work,
And then
then it's gonna happen.
Okay. So what project made you feel like, wow, this is real. This is what I want to do forever.
I've already got into a whole lot of trouble by saying these things before, but I'm gonna say it again. So for me, becoming a DJ was a process.
Okay.
And during the process, the one thing you can visually see is how the industry grows at the same time.
Okay.
So when I tried to become this household name in the industry, Burma was booming. So to be able to be on the stage and play a Burma was like this thing you can't even try to process at the time.
Okay.
So when I first got booked on Burma, I was booked on the second stage.
Okay.
And mind you, I think I played for like 3 or 4 people because everyone was at the main stage.
Oh, shit.
And then I was like, okay, I still don't know what it feels like. But then a couple months later, I got booked on the main stage. That's when I realized, okay, this is real. Because the amount of emotions you feel before you go on stage, and then you go on stage and it's like 4, 5, 6, 7,000 people staring at you. That's when you realize it's real,
So let's hold on to that.
Yeah.
How is the difference between having to play for 4 or 5 people and then like 4 or 5,000 people? How's the shift? How do you handle that? I mean, it's a lot of emotion.
True.
Like something good or something bad.
Yeah.
Maybe your things might not work, or you can stop and then it's gonna be, oh my god. So how do you get into that zone?
I think both are difficult in their ways. Because if you're playing for like 10 people, you have to make sure 10 of them are happy.
Yes.
Because everyone's gonna have a problem, Because
smaller the group,
it's the more attention they want.
Obviously.
So tailoring what you're gonna play to everyone's need, it's going to be harder. But when you're playing in front of like 3,000, 4,000 people, it's like every second until you're off the stage, you're panicking. I don't know about the other DJs, but for me, you're panicking like the whole time because you never know what's gonna go wrong. The one thing I hate about this job is that. Because, all these big superstar DJs abroad, they be just playing for like 20, 30,000 people and their mixer stops like right in the middle of it. And they're like, everyone's staring at them. Like, they don't know what happened.
What do you do?
Exactly. That's what I hate about it. So at the start, it was like too much panicking the whole time, bro. I wouldn't listen to a word you're telling me. But then at some point, you kind of get to enjoy it. So that's when you see all these DJs being in control of the crowd and engaging with them. That's when you feel happy yourself. If you're not happy, if you're panicking, you're not going to be looking up the whole time. You're just going to be staring at your laptop. You're just trying to make sure every song is going by.
So do you think the DJ has the control or the audience has the control over the DJ?
It depends, bro. Because it all depends on what you think is a successful set. Because I'd say sometimes the DJ is in control, but then sometimes the crowd is. Because I think Habesha crowd is the hardest crowd to please.
I think it's in any way, in any type of situation.
Because, sometimes when you're playing at this local restaurant or lounge, and then a couple of, African guys come in, they ask you just to play this one song. You play that one song, they're happy. Like they're gonna be dancing with you the whole night. But the Habesha people, it's just our needs are too diversified, bro. You can't please anyone. At the end of the day, everybody's gonna be pissed at you. So I feel like the setup matters more. Some setups you have zero control.
Dang.
But you can't do nothing. But you just have to do what they want. Yeah. But sometimes I feel like when the crowd is there to see you, that's when they give you the chance to do what you want to do. And that's when you can be in control.
So do you think, which one do you like better? When you have a crowd you are in control of, or when the crowd has control of you? Which one is more comfortable?
I mean, you'll be hella comfortable when the people want to hear what you're going to play.
Okay. Because you have confidence more.
Yeah. They're there for you. They're there to have fun to your set. But the best feeling on earth is when you go in and play in a crowd and try to connect with them throughout the first few minutes and get them on board, and then you bring them to your playground. That's the best. Yeah.
Nice. So now you're pretty much used to it.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the feeling, if you can remember it, the first set you played and the last set? Can you compare them for me and tell me what stands out to you?
Here's the thing. The first time I played, I was just a whole lot more scared.
Mm.
The last time I played, when was the last time I played? It was last weekend, I think. I was still scared. But throughout the time, the years, you just get in control of how much scared you get. That's what changes it.
The level of scariness just
drops down. And, you know, when things go wrong, you would try and fix them. You wouldn't be panicking and like wanting to get off the stage. But you'd still feel scared anyway.
I mean,
yeah,
it's a big crowd to please. It's not an easy
True.
job.
Yeah. This one time, you know, Mara said, I was about to go on stage and I met him backstage and he was like, "Are you scared?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he was like, "You're doing good. As long as you're scared, that means you're still in the arts." He said that. And I feel like that's the realest thing that could happen to a performer in any way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you have, like, if you get today unlimited access or resources to do in your industry, what would you build?
A platform where we can host events, not just one, but throughout every point of the city, because that's like one of the hardest things to secure right now. A lot of parties start up and never go bigger, or it doesn't happen regularly because of venues.
It's not consistent.
Yeah, the platform, it's not here. So anything the platform wants and the platform by itself, I would go straight for that, you know? Last time we were talking with someone and I was like, you know, if you guys ever want to invest, you can tell me. We can just find a spot, buy a land, just construct a warehouse and just do events, you know? So I think just the platform, we need that beyond anything, because you can't really do anything if you don't have the place to do it. Yeah.
Obviously. I mean, you need a place to people to come and see what you do.
Yeah.
So where do you think it's the creative industry going in Ethiopia, like, to the future?
I think it's booming currently because we have this just crazy amount of stuff coming out every day.
Okay.
So I think it's booming stage. And honestly speaking, I don't see it going downwards anytime soon.
Okay.
But I feel like we have this crazy industry where the market is saturated at some point, but you still don't have enough creators. I don't know how that happens. We don't have enough content out there, but just the market is still saturated. I don't know what causes that, but I feel like now it's like the best time to become a creator, honestly speaking. You have so many people to learn from, so many people to work with, and you know, it's just easier now to get into it. And I think it's going to keep building up until maybe, I don't know, the next 2-3 years. I feel like it's going to keep going up.
So what are the projects that you personally are involved with? I saw this very cool idea, and I mean, I would say it's very nice and also like very Gen Z, if I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
On the bus.
Yeah.
You played there as well?
I played there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's where in Germany they have a train.
The techno
bus. They do it on train.
Yeah.
So throughout the city, you will drive and then you hear the DJs playing music, food, and everything. Yeah. But on the bus, I haven't seen it crazy, here. Yeah? How is that?
Yeah. First of all, shout out to Natawis Hussle and Habesha Beer, because those are the people who are involved in making the project come alive.
Okay.
I would say for the first few minutes, you'd be scared because, you know, standing on a driving bus, it's very hard to keep your balance and everything.
Okay.
But like 5 minutes in, everybody's starting up. You know, it's just, the fun doesn't stop. It's very intimate. Everybody's just hyping up everyone.
Okay.
And, you know, I never thought it would be like that because it's just, you know, here in Ethiopia, I think the hardest thing is execution because the ideas are already here. So when Johannes called me and he was like, "Yo, bro, I got a bus party. I want you to play there." And I was like, "A bus party?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'll be there."
I mean, how is that like as an idea for you as a DJ to play? And that's, I mean, how big is the bus? How many people can fit in?
I mean, they had the seats out, so it was a bit bigger than a normal bus, but it was still tight. Yeah. And, you know, I was like, how are we going to charge our laptops, man? How are we going to get power? Where's the speakers are going to be at? How are we going to get power for all of that and everything? But I think if you just want it, it's going to happen.
Where was the bus moving? Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, we were driving around the city
Really?
for like 2.5 hours or something.
Dang.
Yeah. Everybody was like, what is going on when they see us pass by? So we were turning up around we started turning up around 4 p.m. and then we were driving around until 6.
I want to be on that bus. I want to see how that feels.
I think they're doing another episode very soon.
Okay.
And I don't know how we're going to get tickets or entrance, something, but...
No, I mean, it's okay. I just want to see how it is because I saw 2 days ago the ad.
They dropped an ad, yeah. It's crazy, yeah. It feels crazy.
I mean, from someone who's coming from marketing, so...
Yeah. It's a very amazing idea. Yeah.
Nice. So, when it comes to your gigs, your first time is not where you get paid, right? When was the first time you get paid?
So you remember when I first told you I started back in 2019? Yeah. I think back then in 2020 or 2021, I did a gig for a friend, and then I got paid $500. That was the first time I made money, and it was a lot.
And how was that? How's that feeling?
I felt like, I was like, yo, I got money, so what we gonna do? Yeah, I got money now. What are we gonna do now? So, I mean, it was a lot for me because I never made a dime before that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like $500, and I get to play music, bro.
Something I like anyway, so...
Yeah. So that's the first time I made money, It feels more fun when you make money out of it. I'm not gonna lie.
If you don't make money,
it's not that fun. It, so yeah. So when the money comes in, it's like it makes the whole motivation go up. The dopamine hits more.
Yeah.
So it all adds up together. Yeah.
So when it comes to behind the scenes to your industry, what do you think people see about your job?
I think they just think it's too flashy, and I think they think it's very fun. And I just think people have the most misconception about entertainment business more than anything in life. Because in the background where everything is silent and dark, it's a whole lot of messy business to be in. Yeah. So people don't really see all of that because they see the shining stars and the flashing lights and DJ and the big speakers and the music banging. So they would never guess what's behind that.
Is there something happened, like the craziest, where you think, this is the craziest thing happens while I was playing? Something happened, you'd be like, oh shit, what's going on?
Craziest thing that happened?
While you were on set?
While I was on set. I mean, a lot happens, to be honest,
Just pick one.
I think the craziest thing happened was cops probably pulling up to the party.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
What happened?
We were partying at a place where we weren't supposed to party.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And
sounds like this American high school party.
Yeah. The neighbors were like, we're going to shut it up. So don't do it. And then we did it anyway. So I wasn't technically playing, but I was actually managing the stage and everything around. So I was at the corner with some friends having a conversation, and the music started to fade away. I'm like, why are you stopping the music?
And then the cops.
I was about to cuss someone out saying, why are you stopping my music? And then I saw 3 cops coming in, and they were like, shut it down. I was like, okay, I'm about to leave. And then they came in, just saw the environment, and they left. Okay. And they were about to leave, they were on the at the gate, and the DJ played the music again.
Oh my god.
They came in. He didn't actually see them coming in. They just pulled him by his jacket and took him away. I'm like, everybody's going to jail tonight.
Oh my god.
And then, we talked to them and everything. It took a whole lot of negotiation. Yeah. And then they said, we're going to let him go. The party somehow kept going.
But with lower voice?
With lower voice, yeah. And then we heard that they're back to the station. So we turned it up, and then we just kept partying. I think that was the craziest thing that happened.
Guys, you could have ended up in jail. I mean, Ethiopian police is no joke.
Yeah.
Telling you.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
I mean, so do you have or ever had a complaint while you were on set about your music? Or
a whole lot of time, bro.
Really?
Yeah. And I think I have this bad resting face when I'm DJing.
Oh shit.
Especially if I'm focused.
Okay.
And then people say, I don't know it, but people say I just give off the very driest replies when you talk to me while I'm stage. So that happens a lot. And it's just sometimes how the people come off at you is also another thing that adds up to it.
You're dealing with drunk people as well.
It's tough, bro. But, sometimes you kind of snap out of it and just know how to react.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't too, so it gets worse. But complaints, they be coming all the time. Yeah, sometimes this is what I hate. So nowadays, people come at you with their phones, typing what they want or something.
Oh shit, they did this?
Bro, this one time I was playing at this big ass stage.
Okay.
And I don't even know how I managed to see what he had on his phone. And then the guy came and he had Fiend wrote it on his phone and was like, play this. I'm like, bro. And it kind of pisses me off when they do that.
But did you end up playing
No,
that?
I didn't.
No?
Oh, no. No. Yeah, I didn't play that. Yeah.
So, how do you do? Do you do your own events or do you work at clubs and...
So yeah, I used to do clubs as well.
Okay.
But then it's been a while since I did. Clubs are not for me.
Okay.
To put it shortly, because I'm either getting fired, or somebody's getting me fired, or I'm doing some shit that's wrong.
Okay.
Or I'm just like, I'm the type of person who would like argue with you until it makes sense to me the way it should. And that just doesn't end well there. So I did clubs for a bit. Then mostly I do events.
Okay.
And then since last August, kind of started doing my own events. So we have this company called Motion Creative.
Okay.
So under Motion, we have 2 events that we do. One is called Mad City.
Okay. Oh, Mad City. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's the one with the craziest ads. And we have another one called Reset. It's more chill vibes with Reset.
So, what do you think nightlife, or do you think nightlife has an effect on your mental or physical health?
I think so, because how everything is wired up during the night and how our body is wired up during the night, it's just 2 different things. Because you'd be exposed to what you won't be exposed during the day, during the night where you're supposed to be sleeping. So from how you're up all night with being bombarded by lights, sound, drinks, everything that's there, and then not being able for your body to even recover from it with a good amount of time, and just going back to it again affects your mental health, your physical health, everything. And most importantly, the fact that we don't get to sleep normal as other people do. Yeah. So
day and night changes.
Yeah, exactly. That by itself has a whole lot of impact on us. So I would say the fact that we're also people involved in the nightlife, we don't even give much attention to that. It's scary at some point, because everyone is saying you guys should take care of yourselves, because you don't get to sleep as much as we do and everything. So I think everyone involved in the nightlife should look back and try to make sure they take care of themselves, because for you wanting to keep performing for longer and longer periods of time, you have to at some point take care of yourself. Yeah.
How would you describe the DJ scene nowadays?
I feel like, there's this tension between everyone. It's not that friendly. Yeah. And I just feel like we have a little bit of a whole lot of mafias running in the same
DJ
city.
mafias.
Yeah. So it's everybody got a group, everybody got a, circle, and every circle is against every circle. So I don't personally like the community we have, but I wish we can change it towards the future, because I think DJ communities, they have much stronger impact elsewhere. So whether it's to build and to help the industry grow or not, DJs have a huge say everywhere else. For example, if a big time DJ plays your song, that means you're popping. You see, that's how much impactful DJs are. So I feel like if the community comes to a certain common ground, build something that's called a community, and work towards making that stronger than everyone involved in it, and making it last longer than our careers, I think we can make a whole lot of change that would help back the DJs, to be honest. So I say, guys, come back together.
Let's change that.
And let's be the same mafia. Yeah.
So do you think it's nightlife is harmful, or is just misunderstood?
I mean, I'd say you're playing with fire, but at the same time, fire brings a whole lot of use. So you just got to be careful.
Just have to be.
Yeah, you just have to know your limits. To be honest, it's all about limits.
Okay, what would be the ideal way to move forward when it comes to DJC?
One, it's to have a setup, a proper organization, a community that protects the DJs from the DJs to the DJs. And then for us to do the job to show the people that it's actually a profession and that we are more than just people who play music, to show the human side of it as well. And to make sure there comes a point where people understand there's more value to it. So we're responsible to do that.
Okay.
So I think if we do that, then we can foster the place, the industry for others to come in it, to make sure that it goes beyond us, to understand that, for example, 5-10 years later, we will have a whole lot of different new names in the scene and we won't be there. So to understand that and to understand that that industry lives forever. So you have to take care of it while you're there. So if we all have that kind of understanding and that kind of mindset, I think the business would boom.
Yeah.
And the people involved in it would get the fair share and the industry will go. Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's what I think. Yeah.
So do you think you can achieve financial freedom in what you do?
Well, I think it's a very hard thing to manage, especially with the lifestyle DJing brings. It's with the flashy lifestyle, with the everything happening around you, making sure you empty your pockets and everything. So maybe taking it as a career would help you attain that level of understanding where you can actually make sure you get financial freedom out of it.
Yeah.
But also you need to franchise. You can't make life all about just playing music. At some point, if you're really interested in music, then you have to franchise into music. If you like the business end, then you have to franchise into that. If you like other sorts of businesses, you have to make sure that it's tied to what you do, but you have to spread and make sure you can grab as much as you can, because it's a very unstable business. You can be booked everywhere for a month and then everybody will forget you for the next month. So it's not really stable. So you have to look at it carefully and try to analyze what comes with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when do you think money will stop being the reason that you do DJ or that you become DJ?
God willing, I would say 2-3 years from now, to be honest, because I want to be more in control of the situations that help me create after that, because I just want to focus more on making or creating something that I want to be represented by. So I don't want it to be about money at that point. I just want to create because I want it to carry the name after I move on. So God willing, it's just a couple years from now, and just want to be stable enough to just create as much as I can, to be honest.
I mean, when it comes to the future, are you scared?
Honestly speaking, no, because I feel like everything that's coming my way now, it's because of the few years I've spent DJing. So more years to DJ, I feel like more opportunities to come with it. So I don't get really scared thinking of the future, but I know that I have to be way careful. Not even as reckless as I am today, I think we have to grow up with it and see it beyond what it is while it's around you. So I just feel like we have to be more careful and more mature about the decisions we make. Whether it's with people, with clients, with sponsors, with partners, even with the fan base, with everyone that you come across. I just think we have to make more mature decisions so that we can have much, much better control of the future by itself.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you have lived the DJ life, you have lived the high school degree life.
Yeah.
Whenever you get to family life, would you ever want your son to be a DJ?
To be honest, I wouldn't hate it. But he has to be good. That's the only problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better
because I feel like, the fact that I got the chance to experiment helped a lot. So I wouldn't say, I've done it, so you shouldn't do it. Or I've seen the bad side, so you shouldn't be part of it. I can't say that.
But the one option is he has to be better than you.
That's a must. That's a must. Okay. Like you can't carry the name and let it fold.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, what do you want your legacy to be then? When you say that,
yeah.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
One that outlives me.
Okay.
I don't have to carry it everywhere I go, or I don't have to drag it everywhere I go.
Okay.
I want it to be stable enough to stand by itself. And I want things that I've done, engagements that I've created, impacts that I've tried to create, and all the things that I've tried to positively add to the scene or to the industry or to my own life be the elements that build up the legacy that I can live off. So I want to be remembered as a good DJ, as a good person to work with, as a good creator, but most importantly, as a good person. So I feel like if those are aligned, and if I still can keep the name to be associated with it, that's all I can ask for. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna ask you one final. We're gonna reach a bit of the end.
Yeah.
I have written down this question specifically.
Okay, sure thing.
So imagine you're 80 years old.
Okay.
Sitting with your grandkids, and they ask you, what kind of life did you live? What would you tell them?
Yeah. I would say a good one, a positive one.
Okay.
One that has a very strong connections to the people around it. One that's not just based off on day-to-day hustle, but just a long term of bonds and chemistry, connections, and relationships. I just don't want it to be off of a simple single logic or maybe a single achievement. I rather would want it to be a life that was lived fully and off of this one single principle, which is I don't want to do anything bad to people, and I don't want to do things to others that I don't want them to do to me. So if it's a life lived based on of all of these principles, I think it's good. It's a good one. And I would say you guys should actually, think about living a similar life. You can do whatever you want.
Nice.
But, you have to keep these things
in your mind.
In your minds when you think about it. So that, years later, you don't have something that you regret or something. I don't even want to cross people to make it somewhere, If it's supposed to happen, it would happen. But I don't want to do something bad to others just to make ends meet.
Myself somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want them to know that I'm going to try my best to give them off the right energy so that they can, nurture it as well. But on the daily ups and downs that we go through, I want to make sure that I live that kind of life so that it doesn't matter if you're a creator, if you have a corporate job, or if it doesn't really matter what you do. But
just be a good person
at the end.
Yeah, there's a quote I like.
Yeah.
It is nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
True. Very true. Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, very true.
So in our podcast, we have this culture.
Okay.
So a guest before you left a question for you.
Okay.
You're going to read that question, answer it, and then you're going to write one of your own question for the next guest without knowing who's going to be next.
Sure thing.
I'm going to give you the chance to read it.
Okay.
And then answer it.
And then
give us your question. So it's just the last one.
Okay. Do I have to say it out loud?
Yeah, read the question, but don't read the name.
Okay, sure. No worries. Is it what guides your work, the love of art, or the game, or the money? Yeah, it's a very good question. It's something I would love to answer.
Okay.
So I think what guides you depends on who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, I don't think I'm the kind of person who bases off anything of money or game or a certain status or anything, to be honest. I just don't come from that kind of past.
Okay.
So I feel like the reasons, the drives you had while becoming who you are probably the drives that's going to take you to where you're going to be at. So I come from a place of love, because I just had nothing but passion for what I did now. So for me to carry that and to keep it going, that's the only thing that keeps me going forward. So whether it's DJing, whether it's creating, whether it's anything that I do now that I never thought I would do like 5 years back, it's just the love that keeps me going forward. because you could lose everything today, but you still have your talent and your passion for it. That's the only thing you can keep. So I'd say, you might say it's the money, but at the end of the day, that's gonna fade away. Yeah, because there's always a better way to make money. Yeah, you might say it's the game, but there's a whole lot of places that get you more power that this would never get you. So with the passion and love you have for it, that's strictly between you and what you do. So I feel like that's the only thing that should drive you into becoming who you want to be. So I would say what guides me the most is the love. Yeah, the love for the art, actually the love for the dream as well. Because we're chasing something that we don't even know how it's gonna turn out. So it's the love for the experiment, the experience, the people that come, the stories, everything that's related to it.
Very nice.
That's it.
Very nice. So, Natawi, I really, really appreciate it. I know we didn't have that much time.
No worries.
But like I said to every my guest, I will have a second episode and see where you've come so far.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
After this. And for you guys who are watching and listening always, make sure to like and share and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You will find this episode on Spotify and YouTube. So if you have any last thought you want to say, feel free.
Yeah, thank you for having me. To be honest, this came out of nowhere, to be honest. I just, felt like I liked what I saw episode after episode. So I just reached out when it was more closer to me. And to be honest, it's just when the vibes are there, things become easier to do.
Yes.
So I really appreciate you for having me here. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. And the last thing I want to say is, keep it simple. Just be a good person. Just love what you do. And, just see it beyond what it is today.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all it's about, to be honest.
All right.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Oh, man. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you for tuning in every time. And I'm going to see you on the next episode. Thank you.
Peace out.
Appreciate you, man.